First, this was just about a month ago, a little over a month ago that these goons came to your house, hassled your pregnant wife. Your children were there. She's a homeschool mom. She's a great conservative. And again, you're out working. You're bringing home the bacon so she can do that. And since then, though, you've heard nothing. And so what would you attribute that to? Why have they not been busting down your door with a battering ram?
Well, they told my wife, they threatened her. Well, we're going to have to keep on coming back until we speak with her. Clearly an intimidation tactic. We're not going to be intimidated. You guys are goons. You're thugs. I don't know how you sleep at night. You got a nice little paycheck. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You need to go hand in your badge. You need to hand in your gun. You need to go find another line of work.
You're watching The American Journal with Harrison Smith.
The Alex Jones Show.
This is The War Room with Owen Schroyer.
InfoWars, the most banned network in the world.
Vitamin B12 is incredible. And if you haven't experienced true, organic, high-end B12, you've got to experience vitamin B12 in the form of Ultra 12. Now, we normally sell out of this very, very easily. It's been discounted at 30% for the last few months, but we're offering a promo code of 12 or 12 to get an unprecedented 60% off for band.video viewers. Only you are getting this, 60% off with the promo code at checkout, 12 or 12.
.video.
Welcome back to the American Journal. We are now joined by America First campaign consultant Noel Fritsch, whose wife was visited by Biden's jackboot thugs in the FBI. His crime, his offense against His Majesty Joe Biden, he was in Washington, D.C., working as his job. I mean, Congress critters live in D.C. That's where he works most of the time. He was in D.C. on January 6th, had nothing to do with the so-called joyriding session called an insurrection, but he or his wife, I guess, was hassled by the FBI anyway. Noel, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, Tom.
So tell us, I guess, give us a little bit of background first, because, I mean, it's a horrifying thing when I imagine, when you get a call from your wife saying, hey, the FBI was just here.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I'm at work. I get a call. Wife says she's really, weirded out. She's on Signal and stuff, and we don't talk on Signal. She's saying, let's have a call on Signal. I'm like, okay. And so, she runs me through the brief visit. She kept the two Fed goons on the porch, had a very brief conversation. She, of course, acquitted herself extremely well and basically rebuffed them. They were insinuating all kinds of horrible things, what kind of man is your husband? Is he the kind of man who would go into the building and break stuff? Well, I didn't go to the rally at the Ellipse, and I didn't go to the Capitol building for the little joyriding session that a couple of grandmas took, and where one Trump supporter was shot by a Capitol police officer. I didn't go to any of that. So answer is, of course, no. Her answer was something along the lines of, he's the kind of man who goes to work and does his job, which is accurate. Look, this is obviously harassment. I'm not the only person who they are doing this to. There are many other people who did not go anywhere near the Capitol that the feds have visited, some of whom I know, some of whom I've just seen their stories online. And then just this week, more than, a month after all of this nonsense, we have seen Senator Hawley asking questions of, I don't know how he's still there, but Director Wray, W-R-A-Y, Ray, about what's going on with all the data collection, what's going on with the feds using data from the big tech oligarch-run Silicon Valley government-affiliated intelligence elements known as AT&T and Verizon and Bank of America and the rest. And Ray basically admitted to Senator Hawley the other day, yeah, we're probably doing that. And obviously that did not satisfy Mr. Hawley. This is just rank bullying. They want to silence. They want to shut down. They want us to go home. They want us to quit. Okay. And look, a visit from the feds, some people might get all up in arms and say, oh, no, maybe you need to stop and that kind of stuff. sorry, not quitting, didn't do anything wrong, not going to do anything wrong. Dear feds, we'll have the conversation here and on Twitter. You can send me any questions you want through the internet. I'll read them and I'll tell you everything, the truth, the whole truth, honestly, publicly. If you have a problem with the public conversation, well, maybe you're the one with the problem.
Well, and that's the brilliant part, because, of course, this was just about a month ago, little over a month ago that these goons came to your house, hassled your pregnant wife. Your children were there. She's a homeschool mom. She's a great conservative. And again, you're out working. You're bringing home the bacon so she can do that. And since then, though, you've heard nothing. And so what would you attribute that to? Why have they not been busting down your door with a battering ram?
Well, they told my wife, they threatened her. Well, we're going to have to keep on coming back until we speak with her. Clearly an intimidation tactic. We're not going to be intimidated. You guys are goons. You're thugs. I don't know how you sleep at night. You got a nice little paycheck. You shouldn't be ashamed of yourselves. You need to go hand in your badge. You need to hand in your gun. You need to go find another line of work. You know it. We all know why they're doing this. They know that we're getting tired of paying for this bull crap. They know it. And they're getting scared, and they're tired of their gravy train, the chance of their gravy train perhaps slipping away from them.
Well, and what you did is, I mean, you're on this show. You went and talked to the Gateway Pundit. You've been on some other various shows. And I think they found out really quick that they are messing with a guy who's not afraid to play hardball with them, who is going to expose them for being little jackboot thugs who are high on their own supply. And I think that is what made the difference. And the other folks who we've reported on National File and who other people have reported on at Gateway and other outlets, anytime somebody goes public with this and it goes to the media, and it's an example of the federal overreach from the Biden regime, it seems like the FBI gets scared away. What do you think about that? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, you never know what they're going to do. These people will make up any kind of lies, all nature of lies. I mean, you saw what happened with the whole Steve Bannon crew and the fundraising operation for the private border wall. I mean, this is open libel, open defamation against these people. That nonprofit spent the vast majority, 80-90% of its funds building the wall. There's literally a physical wall and several other building sites that they've been working on. You can go visit, and you read about it in the New York Times, and it's the word fraud, and it didn't happen. There is no wall, and they're defrauding their donors, and that was clearly a political play just ahead of the election. I think they were afraid that Bannon was going to help Trump and to victory again. Like he did with Hillary beginning in August of 2016. And so those guys, again, that weekend, late August, they just busted down the doors with SWAT teams and guns drawn. One of them's a triple amputee, and they made him crawl across the ground to a van, Brian Kolfage. And look, I don't put anything past these people. Like, could they do some bad stuff to me and my family? Sure. Could they do some bad stuff to some other folks? Sure. You know what, though? It all pales in comparison to some of the real work and real fight that a lot of American patriots have done. Look, if these guys decide they want to perp walk somebody and call CNN early in the morning to take some footage of them being perp walked out of their neighborhood to try and embarrass them in front of their church and community and social club or whatever. Well, number one, I don't give a flip about any of that stuff. I don't care about your country club. I don't care about your cocktail parties. I don't care about, frankly, Mitch McConnell, your Republican Party. Okay, Mitch McConnell doesn't care about the Republican Party. He's long since abandoned the platform. They don't care about life. Here they are pushing the globo homo agenda everywhere they go. CPAC is full of all kinds of bizarre alternative lifestyle individuals. The Republican Party clearly is just for sale, whoring itself out to anybody who will give it eyeballs and money and attention. And so, look, these guys have to know. I know they're seeing it. We're seeing lots of evidence of it all over the country that most Americans just do not care about the blue blood wing of both parties and their, death grip on the money supply and on control over our entire economy. And they know they're losing it. That's why they're just printing money. That's why you have to see all this stuff in the larger scheme of things, right? everybody is tempted to just kind of see things with blinders on from their perspective only. I understand the temptation, but you have to see the world, step outside of yourself, see the world from a bigger picture, and understand that, if each of us really does start to stand up and punch these bullies in the nose, I think we can get something done here. So I'm actually, despite all this, I'm actually extremely hopeful. It's easy a lot of people meet me and they think I'm a black pill kind of a guy. I'm not. I'm a white pill kind of a guy. So despite all of it, so.
Hold that thought, because I want to talk about that in the next segment. A lot of people do feel hopeless. They think it's all over. Trump is out of office. But I agree. I think we have a tremendous opportunity here to really rebuild not only the Republican Party, but the political infrastructure of the country if people will get involved, get tuned in, and stay tuned in. And I think with your background, maybe you can tell them a little bit how. And I think maybe you can give a little bit of insight on why maybe President Trump didn't accomplish everything that we wanted him to do, or we thought that he could. Maybe he couldn't altogether. Noel Fritch, we'll be right back. You are watching the American Journal on Band.video. Don't go away.
Vitamin B12 is incredible. And if you haven't experienced true, organic, high-end B12, you've got to experience vitamin B12 in the form of Ultra 12. Now, we normally sell out of this very, very easily. It's been discounted at 30% for the last few months, but we're offering a promo code of 12 or 12 to get an unprecedented 60% off for Band.video viewers. Only you are getting this, 60% off with the promo code at checkout, 12 or 12. Winter Sun Plus is the highest grade vitamin D3 you're going to find with vitamin K for your immune system, for your overall well-being. And it is 50% off with promo code SUN, S-U-N, at InfoWarsStore.com. It's selling out, 50% off, promo code SUN at InfoWarsStore.com.